Apply. Okay. And there we are. And then we just sync up the central quickly. And you'll be able to reload and pull it in. And then you'll have that link built up as well. You'll do the same through Manage and Manage Links. You can go to CAD. Similarly, which I think is going to be my new favorite way of getting there, is in the bottom. Oh, it only has Revit links. Doesn't have CAD links, sorry. Project Browser has Revit links available. You can manage things from there.
And is CAD comments with it?
What's that?
In Manage Links doesn't have CAD comments?
It does. Next tab.
Yeah.
There it is. Yep. You got it. In the bottom of the project browser, there's Revit links only. Let me just take a look here. Autodesk. Design Review 2012. Okay, cool. We do have it. Is that making sense for if there's this CAD background? You're exactly right. Then you just place it on each level.
Yeah.
And that's the way many structural and MEP engineers have been working for years now.
But we set up levels then?
Yes, you'd set up levels, and you would do that through going in, and you could go to View, and you do a section, or an elevation for that matter. But let's just do a section. I'll have it go all the way through. Right click, go to View. By default, you have a view in there. It is named Default HLB Level 1. Okay. You can select that level and you can copy it up a certain distance.
Okay.
Just select that level.
When I set a section, I just got up the top.
Oh, so close that or go back to where your section is. See if you can select your section. Pull it back to you. Unfortunately,
Outside of it.
yeah, outside, and then drag its extents all the way through the building, and you should see your level. There it is. Okay, so take that level then, CO, multiple, and we're going to go up 20 feet for each one. Escape. We should have default HLB level. You can rename these on the fly. Double click. HLB level 1, HLB level 2. Now, it wasn't creating views all the time. That's because we copied the level head. And I made a mistake yesterday. I said that the level head will be blue if it has a plan associated with it, or I said it will be black if it has a plan associated with it. Other way around. It's black if it has no plan associated with it, where it's blue if it does. It prints black. It's nothing. It's just there for the user to reference. We then would go to plan views, reflected ceiling plan, and we could generate views for level 2 and level 3. There we go. And we then see those come up. Now.
So I click on the level.
Yep.
I type CO.
Yep.
Then what do?
You click anywhere in the drawing area, select to set your base point.
Right.
So left click once.
Click on this.
Yep. And then put your cursor going up.
Try drafting.
And then at this point, you can key in whatever you like. If you want to put it, if you know what your floor to floor is, you can make it actual. Or in the case of when you're working in CAD, you can make it 10 feet and then keep going up since you're in multiple, but you have to drag your, exactly right, you have to drag your box.
Right.
Extends that, drag it upward.
So normally when we had been doing this, it would then show up in the question mark area.
That's correct.
My levels aren't showing up there. I only have 3D views and sections. Do you have any idea where this could have gone?
That's right, you didn't make a view yet. You just copied the level. Go to your View tab.
Oh, right.
Yep, View tab, Plan Views. You have to create plan views for those levels. And there you are. And then you just put the associated CAD file on each level.
And we would do view usages.
Yep. Now here's a critical element for this. So for this CAD file, okay, you want to use something called a reference plane so that you can get each CAD file to line up with one another. Let's just pick a column line. Let's say 1 and A that we will utilize for that purpose. Home, reference plane. Instead of drawing, we're going to pick lines. Pick lines, click on that, click on that. And what that is doing is that when we go up to level 2, we have those reference planes then available to us to know where the intersection of lines 1 and A are. So that in CAD, because you don't have a 3D object, it allows you to stack your CAD files in the right place, right? The other thing, and I think it may be a non-issue, is if you are importing origin to origin, you may not have that issue at all. Because you're importing 0, 0 to 0, 0, presumably, in an XY coordinate system. But in case you are not, that should be pretty foolproof. So that's the nice thing about having a reference plane there, is that it allows you to have that. Is that making sense? Yeah.
How do we associate the CAD to the other levels?
How do we associate the CAD to the other levels? So that CAD level 1,
Yes.
level 1, and I'm just going to rename level 1, level 2. Rename. I believe this is a 2-story building. I'm going to go to Insert, Link CAD, Floor Ceiling Level 2, Current View Only. We're going to do Origin to Origin. Hit Open. And we're actually going to move our, because I made that mistake early on, that I need to align my 2 plans.
Now, can each of us be doing this at the same time?
We can, but if we save the center, we'll see all of our work coming together. Generally, this is one place where, yeah, you're going to want to communicate a bit and say, you know, we are, one of us is going to do the basic setting up and moving and all those things. MV. Yeah, obviously duplication of effort is possible here if you're not communicating. Window tile, just so I can see all of these things. Is this making sense? Yeah, so you're just bringing in these CAD files where the work planes intersect. where they want to reside. Half toning the CAD plan. Then you can draw on top of it. Do we want to do a quick design options set?
Do we have the time? That's a good question.
22 minutes.
We rip through quick, I imagine.
It was really fast.
Good,
I think it's definitely worth doing.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go into a space that doesn't have any lighting fixtures in it. Okay, this is like a loading dock area. Maybe it looks like. Okay, so to enable design options, generally is in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. You can also do it through Manage Design Options. Okay, so if I click Design Options, I'm going to do a new option set. I'm going to click on this option set. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call this Loading Dock Lighting. We're going to run a few different options. Option 1, we're going to just duplicate that twice. So we'll actually delete, new option. So we have option 1, 2, and 3 for loading dock lighting. Okay. This too is like a layer, and in your ribbon here, main model, I'm going to get out of the main model. I'm actually going to go into my option 1 primary. So here we are, I'm working within option 1 primary. I'm going to go down to my lighting fixtures, and in this, let's say, select a bunch of big linear pendants, and forgive me for the potentially laughable layout here. Just doing it quickly. In each bay. Okay. Escape. Then I'm going to go into option 2. Look at that. Everything I just did is no longer existing in that option. It's not that it doesn't reside there. I can go back to option 1 at any time, and everything I drew on option 1 remains there. But let me go to option 2 and do something else. Option 2, now maybe we do some just for the sake of having something. Okay, there's option 2. Okay, and then I'm going to jump to option 3 and do even a third option here. Just so it's easy to see. Okay, and CO, there to there, hit escape. Okay, so now we have all of our design options. Manage. I'm going to go back to the main model and look at all of those light fixtures I had in the loading dock area under option 1. Option 1 is primary. Okay? So option 1 is always going to show by default. But look, I can't select any of those items. It's unselectable. That's because you have to be in the option in order to change it. Now I'm in the option, I can change that item. Okay? Main model. Go back to design options. Let's say that the client just says, hey, option 3 is really the best option out there. I'm really liking that more. Hit make primary. hit close, and then that's what you see by default. Okay? Now, what's neat is, let's say you're having to present all three options. You want to duplicate your plan view. We're going to call this level 1 lighting, rename. We're going to call this option 1. You have to make those elements editable.
Is it just duplicate it? You don't have to duplicate it independently.
No, you don't. And actually, you don't want to. Rename.
Yeah, we can call from Dustin. Mike's probably going now too. If there's any better taxi. Are you going to go to the airport?
I just called the word taxi, so they're going to pick us up at
Oh, well then you can.
What does that?
Yeah, but yours is at 5:30.
Yeah.
Option
Oh,
3.
The flight's at 5:30? You gotta go.
Okay.
No.
VG.
But only we're really close to the airport. It'll probably take you max 10 minutes to get there.
5:47. So it's not going to be much different.
Yeah,
I just still don't know.
5:40. No. I mean, I think going an hour beforehand, and it will take you on a Saturday like max 10 minutes. Okay. But we should call you. We should call down and get your text first thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, I don't know how much more we'll accomplish in 15 minutes. I think people have got to scatter.
Yeah, that makes in VG you set the option that you're looking at. Basically, is what it comes down to for each option.
That might be something. I mean, I think that on the surface it makes a lot of sense. That might be another one of those tutorial type items.
Yeah.
Especially the presenting the three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viewers. Is that something that would be helpful for us to maybe export and move into our like design?
Like presentation and stuff?
Robin, I went
Yeah.
upstairs at HLB lighting and was calling down to see if we could get I have some people heading to the airport.
Okay. So there we are. All three options are shown,
Yes. Yep. Perfect. Thank you.
and to present them separately.
He's calling us
That's how you
here
do it.
now.
Thank you.
All set?
Sorry to interrupt you.
I think it's the nature that we have here of trying to get the most out of it.
Trying to. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Are there any other kind of immediate questions that people have? Especially, I guess, too, if you're running away. There may not be much